Hey everybody, welcome back to Thoughts to Think About. I'm Johnathan.
I'm Reid.
And I'm Liz.
And I'm Johnathan. Today we're going to talk about some different little things. Dude. I thought it was funny.
In case you didn't know, that's Johnathan. It's so good. I love making other people do the intro. We always try to make Reid do the intro. I think you've done it once, maybe?
I've never done it.
No, you for sure at least done it once.
I don't think I've ever
And
done
you
it.
hate... maybe in like a practice round. And you just like clammed up.
Reid clammed up when he had to talk in public?
I know.
Can't believe it.
I know.
I do it all the time, okay?
I know you do it all the time, which is why I'm shocked.
Rami, what do you have for us today?
Hey,
We have a
Reid.
new setup, everybody.
Yeah, no big deal.
Even if you're watching, we took
everything's
over
thrown
your
out.
office.
We have Liz's new favorite books behind her.
Our best-selling reader selection over here.
Yeah.
I love it.
Reid, what is sodium?
Sodium is salt.
It's salt. Do you know how much sodium you're kind of supposed to stick around in a daily intake?
Less than 10 milligrams.
No, the average,
No.
the dietary guidelines recommends somewhere in that 2,000 to 2,300 kind of range.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, say 2,000 to
2,000
3,000?
2,000 to 2,300.
Oh, I see.
Okay, so under 2,500 is a good place to be.
Milligrams.
I think the average American diet, though, consists of like 3,000 milligrams of salt,
Yeah.
sodium. And a big part of that is fast food. But Reid, what if I told you that there's a story about a man in Virginia who braved the Taco Bell menu for 30 days straight,
Brutal.
and he documented his journey and his food choices, and they did some blood work and cholesterol checks and all the things that goes into like your normal routine checkups
Mm-hmm.
to see what would happen on a 30-day journey in Taco Bell. What would your initial thoughts be?
It probably isn't as bad as people think initially. I think he probably struggled a little bit, but his body adapted, and he's fine.
Liz?
It reminds me of when that guy did Super Size Me.
Yep.
And
I'd
Same
say
guy.
The spiritual successor.
it's not the same guy.
Not the same guy. This dude his name is Sam Reid.
So, Super Size Me guy walked so this guy could run, basically.
Yes.
So, like,
How long was Super Size Me?
think was it a year?
Oh, I don't remember. It's been so long since that first came out.
I'll look it up, but correct me if I'm wrong, he like had some real bad health problems.
There were some
at
consequences
the
coming
end.
off of that. The reason I find this one about Taco Bell so interesting is apparently they've got their staff nutritionist that oversees like the company. Don't drop the coffee, Reid. Good job.
I'm having a hard time today.
Well, I mean, new setup. We got to test out the best places to put our drinks. So,
Right.
Basically, this dude is like 6'3", 195, and he put like a limit on how much exercise he could have in a day. He talked with nutritionists and his doctors and whatnot, trying to like put together a plan. Basically, the premise was 3 meals a day, 30 days, only Taco Bell foods and drinks.
When did this take place?
The video was uploaded in October of 2022.
So,
Okay.
like, not long ago.
Not that, yeah, not long ago.
Also, Super Size Me was only 30 days as well.
Okay.
Did you look it up? Or you just knew it?
I looked it up.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say, in 2004 is when the documentary film went, like, forward with the project, and it was a 30-day span. And his, like, health, and it said psychological health and his general well-being, like, just tanked.
Yeah, that was something that this guy talked about a lot in the first third of his little process. He met with a couple nutritionists about, what does health mean? What does healthy lifestyle? And they talked about like the physical, the emotional, and then like your relationship with food and what you're consuming, and you don't want to make it like you're being taxed by your food. You shouldn't feel like if you're feeling guilty or that you have to earn your food, then you're probably having an unhealthy relationship with food. And talking about the whole process of like fast food in America and blah blah blah. It's an interesting like 30-minute. It's right at 30-minute watch on YouTube. It's I ate nothing but Taco Bell for 30 days straight to improve my health is the title, because at the end of 30 days, he actually like lost 3 pounds off of his starting weight. His starting cholesterol went down.
Mm-hmm.
His blood pressure stayed basically in the same range of numbers. And his body fat went from 19% down to 18.1 or 17.9, something like that percent. So he actually lost body fat, lost a little bit of weight, and his cholesterol went down eating 3 meals of Taco Bell a day for 30 days.
Did he walk in there and be like, "Hey, can I have some lettuce?"
No, so one of the things
And
that he
hot
had to do,
Lettuce and hot sauce.
like the main mission was like he had to consume at least once everything that was on the menu.
Oh.
And then,
Wow.
so like everything down to like, I'm going to get a side of beans for like to go with my meal or whatever. So like everything that was listed as a menu item, he consumed at least once. He did spend 1 week where he went vegan and vegetarian because they have like a vegetarian vegan meal options at Taco Bell. Apparently one of the only fast food places that actually carries like a full vegan section.
Yeah.
So
How can they do that? Like,
beans and rice.
it's all
and
just
corn.
meat paste. All of it's just meat paste.
okay, Reed.
Just don't include the meat paste.
Yeah, basically that's what it is it's potatoes and beans instead
Yeah.
of rice and meat.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's possible.
Super Size Me was 98 minutes, so
Yeah, it was a long time. But also, wasn't his rule, like, if they asked, do you want to supersize it, he always had to say yes.
Yes.
I don't know. I never watched it.
That was something that came
watch
up.
It. You should watch it.
And like this dude was eating like the Power Bowls, and he would get would order a couple crunchy tacos from time to time, or like he always was
Love
kind
the
of mixing
crunchy
it up.
tacos with the Fritos inside.
What?
The crunchy tacos. Oh,
With
oh,
Fritos
crunchy
inside?
tacos. I get what you're saying. I'm thinking of the beefy crunch burritos.
Ooh, yeah, those are my
Sorry.
favorite too. Those are my favorite things.
Crunchy taco is just a taco with a hard shell.
He has, and at the very
I
end,
forgot that existed.
With more crunchy stuff inside.
No. A burrito.
Yes.
Crunchy, yeah.
But what you said, like, broke my brain for a second. You
Right.
said crunchy taco
With the Fritos,
with the Fritos
yeah.
inside, and just, like, crunch on crunch. It just kind of threw me off.
That would probably destroy your mouth.
Like,
if you bit
like Captain
into-
Crunch.
ooh,
Have you had the
yeah.
cereal?
Yeah, because I will take a scoop of Captain Crunch. Like really with any cereal, I'll take a scoop of cereal, put it in my mouth, and then I inevitably like suck the milk out of the cereal. And so it's just like being pressurized against the roof of my mouth.
Oh my! I mean,
I
I don't know how to move on from that. I let my cereal kind of sit in the milk for a minute. I enjoy soggy cereal, which is probably not any. No, it's a little bit better than what you said, but but I enjoy soggy cereal, which is a hot take.
I don't like it like super soggy, but a little soggy is fine. But my biggest issue is like I can't sit down and eat one bowl of cereal. Like I'm gonna eat like a lot of cereal.
like you might
Like-
eat like a box of cereal.
Oh, I could easily like a box that you buy at the grocery store. Like that's not enough cereal.
I just want to say how jealous I am, because I've known you now at this point almost half my life, I think, and watching you eat and hearing your eating habits, it honestly pains me because I could never get away with some of that stuff.
Not that long ago, we went to Walmart. My wife and I. We bought one of the supersized bags of the Malto Meal brand Fruity Dino Bites.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Which is another funny story in general because Aubrey said, "Hey, is there anything you need from the store?" And I said, "Yeah, get me some Dino Bites." And so she goes to the store and she comes home with Dino Bite chicken nuggets. because that's what her mind goes to when I say
Dino
Dino
nuggets.
Bites.
Yeah.
Because there's a brand of chicken nuggets called Dino Bites, and they're shaped like dinosaurs.
Why does my 30-year-old husband want dinosaur chicken nuggets?
Why does
I
my
don't even
30
think she
why does-
questioned it at this point.
Why does my 30-year-old husband want fruity pebbles? Is what the fruity Dino Bites really
a
are.
whole bag.
2 weeks ago, I bought Fruity Pebbles.
Nice. I love them, but yeah,
Yeah.
I had it's a huge bag, and it was gone in like less than a week. It's a lot of sugar.
Do you how often? No, I'm not gonna ask that question. Let's go back to Taco Bell.
Someone should do a study on my eating habits.
So,
It's
just your
bad.
like body in general, your metabolism,
How do you survive?
your general health.
It's incredible.
It's shocking. But so basically, all this study is telling me is I'm being encouraged to go to Taco Bell.
So, and he makes this very clear. Obviously, no dietitian in the world would be like, yeah, this is a good idea. And he has said over and over again, I do not recommend anyone try to duplicate this process of
Right.
like 30 days, 90 meals of Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Was that a deal? He had to eat 3 meals a day.
3 meals a day.
Oh, I don't eat 3 meals a day right now.
He had to eat 3 meals a day.
Big facts. I don't either.
For 30 days, and he had like a limitation on how much he could exercise. Like, I think his limit per week was like 5 hours per week of exercise.
That's more than most people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he said he was averaging like 3.5 to 4 hours.
Oh, so he had to like up his exercise.
No, like
Oh, he could
He
not
couldn't go
surpass
past
exceed
that.
5,
Okay.
but
Okay.
he would just kind of keep doing his thing. But he would,
Yeah.
He put that limitation so that he wouldn't like go out and try to burn off that quesarito or like, you know what I mean?
Is
like,
that a real thing, a quesarito?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, quesaritos are. I don't really like the Taco Bell quesaritos as much, but there's some mighty fine quesaritos.
Here's my problem with Taco Bell.
Yeah, let's hear it.
It's too expensive. I used to go to Taco Bell, and I would get like 8 burritos for $3.
What?
I think that's a little.
It's an
I feel
exaggeration.
like that's an
That's a bit of
exaggeration.
It's an exaggeration.
Yeah.
But basically,
You could probably get 8 burritos for $9 back then.
which is ridiculous. No, back then, I mean, maybe,
Yeah,
I
like
don't
a
know.
dollar
a
each.
$1 burrito, which you
Yeah.
can still go
Fair.
get. You can
It's
still
fair.
go get the crispy Frito burritos for
They're
like
s-
$1.50.
They're smaller though. It used to be, I feel like you used to like I used to be able to get the beefy 5-layer burrito.
The $2 meal deals when we were in college were
Right.
clutch.
Yeah, but the beefy 5-layer burrito is the thick burrito.
Yeah.
It's huge, and it was like $1.50.
Mm-hmm.
And now you need like $3 burritos to match one beefy 5-layer burrito.
I mean, fair, but also like supply chain and
I just don't feel filled by Taco Bell anymore.
So, Reed, you're saying a burrito that has 1,260 milligrams of sodium is not fulfilling to you?
well,
It's
it's
not
not.
about the
It's
sodium,
not about the
maybe.
sodium.
Let's see.
It's about the experience.
18 grams of protein, 490 calories.
I got to get my protein.
You do have to
Gotta
get your
the
protein.
for the lifts. The gains.
Gotta get the gains.
And then
Gotta
like,
hit up Taco Bell before my workout.
you're looking at about 65
Time to
grams
carb
of
load.
carbs.
You gotta have carbs. That's where carbs are energy. That's
So, Reed, do you remember when we first renamed our group chat that you and I are a part of?
Yeah.
Into, it's Reed's Food Log is the name of our.
What was it prior?
it's been so many things.
Oh,
things.
I follow. Okay.
At one point, I think at the beginning of this podcast, it was called Teachers Triad
Yes.
because we were all three teaching.
Oh, I see.
I was substitute teaching.
Yeah.
So I was like an honorary member.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we started talking about like diet stuff back in the spring, and Reed was like, "Yeah, I need to do this, this, and this." And so I started like breaking down nutrition for him, and like how the macros actually translate to the K calories and the proper mix that he probably needs to have. And
Yeah.
Very
and
good in
whatnot.
theory, yeah.
It was all
And
good
then
information.
The Dino Bites.
But then the Dino Bites come in, and the ice cream, and
I'm hovering at a decent weight right now. Okay?
yeah. Listen, health isn't all about
we're
weight.
not. Yeah.
It's not. No, it's not.
So, I just find it funny that in your food log, we talk about your food choices all the time because it's
It-
remarkable.
Honestly, the way I'm so glad this doesn't like offend you, because the way our entire friend group, multiple friend groups, talks about Reed's eating habits is amazing. My favorite though is like to think back on how you ate in college.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what was your like, I'm poor, I just need to eat meal?
The chicken burrito before they went to the shredded chicken when it was still the cube chicken
At Taco Bell?
At Taco Bell.
Yeah, that one.
With
that
the
one
with
hit.
the avocado sauce that was inside of it. That $2 meal deal when I could just scrounge up 8 quarters and go pick it up was
Looking around the washateria.
dude, for real. Like poking around the MRC trying to find quarters off the floor.
Now, I ate a ton of ramen noodle. Like a ton of ramen noodle.
Yeah.
One time we were in college. I don't know if you were with us for this venture, but there was a Taco Bell right around the corner, and it was like the only thing that was open basically 24/7. I think it closed at like 2 a.m. or something. So it's about 1 a.m. We're hanging out in our dorm. We're like, we're hungry. Let's go to Taco Bell. But we're 4 college guys, and we're not paying for each other's food. So it's like there's 4 of us. Only the drive-thru's open. We're all in one car. I pull up to the drive-thru, and I say, hey, I have 4 orders. And they say, we can't do that. We have to limit it to 2 orders per car. I look behind us, and there's not another car in the line. And I say, that's okay. We'll drive around again. And the sound of, like, dejection in the man's voice was like, never mind. He just took 4 orders for 1 car.
Which is weird
That's
because
so funny.
they took 4 orders multiple times for us.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
That wasn't something that was ever an issue before.
But, like, it was 1 a.m. Nobody else is there.
That's so funny.
We're just going to do it.
Yeah. 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 No, I loved. Now, it was like, I'm poor, but I have to think ahead. Because my first 2 years of college, I worked 4 jobs and did, like, I babysat constantly. And then I was also in Spirit of Houston, which is U of H's marching band. And then, like,
With Lizzo, right?
with Lizzo. And then, but I was only taking 2 classes because I was paying for it. But I would go to Olive Garden, and I figured out how to, like, to really finesse the situation.
Water and breadsticks, and then you leave.
No, because then the make your own or create your own pasta was like $11, like $10.95.
Yeah.
So you do that, and it comes with a soup or a salad. So you get the soup because it's never ending. And so
you sit there and eat the soup.
So I ate
the pasta home.
So I ate the soup as like my meal, and it comes with like breadsticks, right? So I eat the soup and the breadsticks, and then I ask for another soup, but they won't give it to you in like a to-go box. So you have to like ask for the soup, and then I put salt and pepper and make it look like I ate it, and then ask for a to-go box, and then my pasta would get in a to-go box too, and that was like 2 meals. So $11 got me like 4 meals.
Nice.
It was
nice.
Amazing.
That's not bad.
Right now it's still not bad. It's like $14. You can still do the same thing. It's just it's not as satisfying because it's like $15.
Yep.
But still.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why I really like going to Chipotle these days for me, because I eat like a toddler in portion size a lot of the time. So like one fully loaded Chipotle bowl without the extras cost stuff, like just one fully loaded bowl, can feed me for 3 or 4 meals.
But Chipotle is getting real excited about their food right now, and I got just a regular bowl, no guac, no drink, no chips. It was $15 for a bowl.
What would your meat?
Wild.
Chicken.
Oh, dang.
Yes.
I have noticed that Chipotle is in different spots. Like, the chicken bowl where I live versus the chicken bowl where Reed lives are 2 different prices.
Are you kidding?
Yeah. It's crazy.
Are they franchised?
Yes, and so like it's like where they're pulling their meat from, like it's not always the same like chicken market that they're pulling their chicken from.
Market.
Chicken market.
Well, like in October, our church went to Trinity for like a retreat, and so like on Friday night, a bunch of people went to these different restaurants around Trinity, and the big conversation that everybody was having is how cheap food was in Trinity, because living in Houston, you go to a Mexican restaurant, like a sit down Mexican restaurant, you're going to pay like $18 to $20 per person.
Easy.
Meanwhile, Los Panchitos.
Right. You go someplace in Trinity and you're paying like $10 to $12 for fajitas. It's like you can get like an $8 meal at a
It's
Mexican
nuts.
restaurant in Trinity.
Yeah.
But you go to Houston and it's 2.5 times the cost.
Right.
And the quality's not that different. You know, it's like, it's just, you pay, Houston has like a food tax. Not like officially, but just like because you're in Houston, the price is more.
Right.
You know?
I mean, it's
just,
metropolitan. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be more expensive.
Shout out to Tacos by the Tracks.
Never heard of it.
Where is
Trinity?
that?
The taco shop that's off the railroad, right off of 94?
You talking about the one by Brookshire's?
No. Read all enlighten you one day.
Tacos by the Tracks. It just sounds like a code word for a drug thing.
Sounds
So-
like a good podcast name.
Okay, picking on the drug
Listen,
guy, right?
you have
We don't have to go back here, okay? We don't have to go
We're ready
back.
to unpack this trauma again.
We've derailed so far from Raimi's Taco Bell storyline.
But we're about to segue back with tacos.
But so-
Although Tacos by the Tracks is a great podcast, it's going to be our branch off.
So listen, Tacos by the Tracks. This guy opened up his basically. He started with a little trailer that was attached to his truck, and he was selling like breakfast tacos, and then he bought like a small like shed barn and started making breakfast and lunch tacos. Now it's like a 3-piece like building, and he's talking about opening another location like in the town over,
Wow.
and it's so good, and it's like pretty fairly priced. It's all made in house.
That's cool.
It's very authentic. You can go get like some really good street tacos that you're like, oh dang, okay, this isn't Tex-Mex tacos.
Yeah.
This is like tacos.
Yeah.
And so Tacos by the Tracks
This
in
is
Trinity, Texas. shout out to
Tacos,
those
it's tacos.
guys.
Are they as good as Jack in the Box's tacos?
Listen, I have
would slap you.
I have a special place in my heart for Jack in the Box tacos because they are just like nostalgic. Because in my before Jesus days, that's where, I mean, we would load up on those tacos afterwards. Like after we're done clubbing, after done partying, whatever, we'd go and like get to load up on them. But I had one, or I guess I like bought, you know, it comes in a pack of 2.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was like maybe fresh into my 30s. And my body was like, girl,
Can't do
this
that.
is a hard no. I was sick for days. It took at least 2. It took me out. So we're done.
What's another thing about Taco Bell that people like associate with it?
The curly,
What?
the twists, the cinnamon twists.
Little noodles.
Non-food.
Oh, diarrhea.
Okay, so we're gonna say less than pleasant BMs.
Bowel movements.
Yeah, we're gonna say less than pleasant BMs. So here's some final stats on this Taco Bell
Oh,
guy.
Lord.
So the start date he started doing this was July 24th, 2022,
It's a trigger warning for...
and then he ended in
Poop.
August 22nd, 2022.
Okay.
Total spent at Taco Bell for this 30-day period, $725.10.
For a month of food, that's
Average-
egregious.
Average meal cost
God.
$8.06.
Wow.
That don't eat out, people. Cook your
Most
food at home.
most expensive meal $14.70.
What?
Least expensive meal $2.55.
That's nuts.
Reward
$700.
points earned.
Reward points $7.
7,000 reward points.
Equals what?
27 rewards. So I
But-
guess
Some app thing, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't experimented in the Taco Bell reward system, but 27 rewards were, I guess, earned and used during the process. He ate 33 Power Bowls, 46 tacos, consumed 97 tortillas. He only had 5 Baja Blasts,
You gotta get the Baja Blast.
and at the end of the day, my guy only had 3 less than pleasant BMs.
See, yeah, that's not surprising to me at all. That's a big meme.
I'm
Yeah, it's a big
surprised.
meme.
Unless you get Jack in the
totally-
Box taco.
Unless you have my GI system, then it's like, well, you know.
You breathe air.
I breathe air, and I'm gonna have a less than pleasant BM. So
I don't that. I'm just shocked at over $700. That is.
And so he kept track of every
Outrageous.
meal this fool consumed. So he could.
Wow.
You just downloaded his Excel sheet.
Yeah,
Or his
so like
Google
it's
sheet.
it's on his video link, and he's
Wow.
got his total, all his meals, his blood pressure, blood test, body comp, fitness test, everything.
Man, he really
Wow.
went in there.
That's nuts.
He's like, I'm gonna do a legit study on this. So
Jonathan, can you drop his handle? Can you tell us what it is so that everyone can go look?
yes,
At Taco Bell Boy.
With
So-
2 eyes.
his YouTube channel is just his name. It's Sam Reid,
REID.
SAMREID, at the real Sam Reid.
At the real
It's a
Sam Reid.
strong name.
Wow.
And
Mhm.
you'll know you
Sort
found
of.
it because the headline is 30 days of Taco Bell on the
Wow.
headline.
30 days.
So shout out to that guy. It's a good watch if you got 30 minutes. And he's got some other really cool videos, it seems.
Wow.
So
Well, we're gonna link him in show notes. Let's find his Instagram. We did a whole show about you, my guy. Stay safe out there if you eat Jack in the Box tacos or Taco Bell.